Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV. Guys, let's talk about the Manchester City and Manchester United game. Obviously, it was City 1, Manchester United 2. And for me, I think Manchester United, they deserve the win. They deserve the win. It's crazy that we are saying United deserve a win against Manchester City. How City played in this game will tell you how poor that they have been so far in this their run, this their bad form. Because for me, in my preview, I talked about the game. Before the game, I said I'm expecting City to win because yes, they have been poor, but I was expecting them to win because they are playing at home, and also United themselves, they haven't been good. They haven't been in a good form. So I was still expecting City to win. But for this United team, no disrespect to Manchester United, no disrespect to the United team, but we know they have been poor. Even under Ruben Amorim, that has been showing that he can be a good coach, but they have lost some games. Losing against Nottingham Forest. That's to tell you how poor this Manchester United have been as well. Even if some of their fans will say they played well in that game, but I still think they did not give enough to win that game. Against Nottingham Forest. But for them to win Manchester City, that's to tell you that City are in a huge problem. Huge problem. It's crazy that we are saying this thing against Pep Guardiola team. Sometimes you begin to wonder what is happening with this team. You begin to wonder what is happening to Pep. Because nobody will expect Pep Guardiola to go 11 games, just one win. Pep Guardiola, you know, his team played 11 games, they won only one game. So City are in a huge problem. And like I said, Manchester United deserved the win. Obviously, City scored first in the game. And when you watch the game, you see that Manchester United, they played well in the game because they did not really allow City to control the game. Obviously for me, I feel like City started the game well, played better in the first 15, 20 minutes. But after then, Manchester United, they grew into the game, started holding the ball. If you see the ball possession, I think it was maybe after the game, I think ball possession was around maybe 50-50 ball possession. So that's to tell you that United grew into the game, started holding the ball better, started controlling the game as well. So for them to even win the game is to tell you that they as well controlled the game. They did not sit back. They were not really, trying to hit City on the counter. They they get hold of the ball, try to control possession. And for City team, there are some players in this team that I think it is time for them to leave. There are some players that are making crazy mistakes, like the captain Kyle Walker. In this run, this poor form for Manchester City, Kyle Walker has been really, really poor for the team. Even in the midfield, their midfielders don't even what's the word in terms of holding the ball, in terms of going for tackling, that energy is not there. You see other teams running past them. That's to tell you that they have to sign some young players in the team. So they are really struggling. But at the same time, I was expecting Pep Guardiola, because if there's any coach that's supposed to fix this thing, it's him. Pep Guardiola for me. If there's any coach that's supposed to fix this poor form, you should be Pep. You will not be expecting City to sack him and go sign another coach to fix this poor run. So there's no coach that will fix it. It's Pep. So it looks like he can't fix it. Maybe the only thing that will fix this thing is for them to sign some players. Obviously, the January transfer window is coming, and you expect City to, to hit the market and the transfer window market January and try to sign some players. Maybe that's the only way City will come back to their form in terms of going for a run. But for me, I think the league is done for Manchester City. It will be a big shock if City wins this league, and it will be disgrace to clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea, and even including Arsenal, even if they are not even performing well themselves. But it will be a disgrace if City wins this league, knowing how poor that they have been this time. So even maybe by January, if they sign some players and maybe City somehow find themselves topping this league again and winning the league, it will be really, really, really disappointing from these other teams, knowing how poor City have been. But yeah, in this game, I feel like United deserve the win. And Amad Diallo, I think he has been performing well for Manchester United, having this kind of coach that believe in him, that knows how to use him. Unlike Eric Ten Hag, that wasn't trusting the player, playing players that I feel like he's much more better than. I think he's a better player than Garnacho. Technically he's better than Garnacho. So it is good that this coach knows that Diallo is a very good player, and obviously he, for me, is the reason United won that game. Obviously he won the penalty for Manchester United, you know, in the second half, and then he scored the winning goal for Manchester United. So he has been very, very good for Manchester United, and a very good result for Manchester United as well. Obviously, I think they are still 12th or 13th in the league, but winning that game maybe to give them some kind of confidence going forward in the this season. So, but for Manchester City, another disappointing result, for Manchester City, knowing that their previous game they drew, they did not win their game against Crystal Palace, and this is a game that Manchester derby, expecting them to bounce back, but they did not get the result. So disappointing result for Pep um, and Manchester City, and a very good result for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. So your thoughts, your opinion on the game, which of these teams you think deserve the win? Because for me, I think Manchester United, they played well to win the game. So your thought, your opinion on the game. And also guys, if you're watching the video on on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV. If you're new, like the video as well, it's very important. You're also on Facebook, follow the channel Blue Point TV, share the video. Thank you guys, stay safe while I see you again.